How are we doing, everybody, and welcome back to the Catalyst, where we break down all things bullish in the crypto markets. As you're probably aware, there's not a whole lot to be bullish on lately. Quite a few cryptos are pretty much in the dumpster at the moment, taking massive hits over the last week or so. But the one that seems to be going quite strong is actually Chainlink. Chainlink kind of was a little early in this dump where we came down and rattled through here. And we're already kind of on our way out of it. You see we broke this kind of channel here, came out of it, had some support, and are now, hitting these targets of these other zones. Earlier in the week, we broke out of here, tested some solid support 3 times, and now have broken up out of that. And it looks like we're actually starting to find some support here as well. It was previously resistance 2 days ago. There is some indecision, but this is kind of like a little hammer pattern here. And now we have another one. The thing I think that's really positive for us is these tails on these wicks here. That means people are gobbling it up. As soon as they see it dip below, they're consuming all of that, which is really strong for us. You can also see we're about to have a cross here of our 20 crossing the 50. That would be really strong for us in general. That'd be pretty bullish. So like I said earlier in the week, what I expect here is something up into this range, up into the 29, and then a retest of this level at 25 somewhere. So we could have a red day first, and then something that would bring us up, a retest, potentially even retesting all the way back down to the trend line. So maybe even at $23 before we start to get into this zone up here, where we could really begin to start to realize some profits, really. So if you're looking to make some plays, I would say this zone is a pretty solid sell zone, at least in terms of just trimming some profits. And a good purchase zone would be, anything that's kind of below this yellow. If we go as low as to hit the green again, I think that would be solid as well. But what we're looking for is potentially a decent run up into this zone. Or even if we just see really solid support off of the next 1 or 2 candles here, that might be worth it enough to kind of go in on that, and we'll kind of see what happens from there. So this is kind of a critical area here. What happens here will kind of be determinant of this. We are running out of a little bit of steam here on the RSI. Chainlink isn't typically one that really blasts through the RSI, and you can see that even through these bigger positive run-ups, right? All it really does is kind of balance. It's really a steady and kind of a choppy crypto asset here, where it really, it'll have 3 good days, 2 bad ones, and kind of really just stagger up, but it slowly chips away and just goes up that ladder and then makes its big gains. And with that, you see the RSI barely tops out at all. So I don't necessarily expect major dips. I don't expect major run-ups. We'll have a few days where we have 7, 8, maybe 12%. But I don't necessarily think we're going to have like enormous candles. But ultimately, if we can just stay above this 50 range here for the strength index here, we could see us slowly start to chip away and have another run-up similar to this one. The difference is this time is, though, we are, 3 times the price almost. Well, at least two times the price. So it'd be nice to start to kind of get up through all that and chip away at that. The other thing I want to point out is on the weekly, we kind of have this like double bottom pattern and kind of a breakout of it, right? So if this is a bottom here and this is a bottom here, and this trend line is coming in, we've actually broken out of it the last 3 weeks, and it seems to be holding quite well. So that could really be one of the driving factors over the next few weeks that gets us up into potentially new all-time highs for all we know. Obviously, we have to deal with all this stuff first, but it's quite common actually for a double bottom to kind of go back to and retest this resistance that it previously hit. So we could see something like this where we get up in here, come back down to retest, and then maybe have some bigger gains after that. But I still think $100 link is very much in the future. maybe even a $200 link this year. Who knows? I don't have a crystal ball, but I think it's looking quite good so far. Otherwise, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.